the cosmos. In the vast universe, the history of humanity is but a flash of light from a lone star. The life of a single person should be lost in space and time. But among the stars, there is one light that burns brighter than all others. The light of Samus Aran. Her battles extend beyond her life and etch themselves into history. Here, another chapter of that history will be written.
Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to my new Let's Play! This is Metroid Prime. As you'll notice, it's from it says Z up there, and the fact I'm pointing around like this. This is of course the Wii, well technically Wii U, version of it. But yes, so I'm going to do my usual and treat it as if no one who's watching has ever seen this game before. So we look around kind of like that, we shoot with B, we jump with A, and yes, so one of the main advantages of the kind of Wii version is there. You can just you have free aim. You didn't really have that on the GameCube version for reasons I will explain. So shooting those targets open that door, but the next set of force field controls are offline. Scan the central pillar to activate them. So that's your central pillar. And to scan, what we do is hold the minus button, and we get into the visor select screen. Point upwards at the scan visor, and let go. We go into the scan visor. So we can look around, and stuff we can scan is orange, and important stuff we definitely should scan is red. So if we hold Z to scan this, force field activating switches are now offline. I said that wrong. I said activation or something like that, but I meant activation. So that activates those switch. This is another one of those things of where people have security methods that seem to be oddly like tutorials. But yeah, so we can kind of free aim at these, but what we can also do is, you see that little kind of orbiting thing around to make, if you hold Z, then it kind of fixes your aim there. You can keep moving and stuff, and it kind of, your shots are kind of guaranteed to hit it. It's a kind of lock-on thing that was a lot more useful in the GameCube version than it is in the Wii version, because you can actually aim around. Because essentially in the GameCube version, you didn't have two sticks. You couldn't look and move at the same time. So there's one stick just for kind of moving, and then in order to look, you had to stand still. Ooh, sorry, there was a bit of a condensation on the heads-up display. It looked really cool. Shielded doors like that, you can kind of shoot to go through, but this door doesn't have a shield on it, so we can't open it. Usually in these cases, we can look around for something to... Ooh, that's a creepy creature floating through the air. We can usually look around for something to scan. Like if we scan that, it says, door cannot be opened until the airlock is repressurized. So, let's repressurize the airlock. Airlock repressure... I didn't actually read that, but it said something about the airlock repressure. Oh, God! Oh, I shot the little bugger by accident and it splooged all over my face. That was unpleasant, but impressive looking. That's one thing I definitely think with this game. It's still, I won't argue that this still looks fantastic, but it looks fucking good to say all this. Oh, things are on the floor. What is it? It's a new creature's entry to my logbook, which means some kind of on-screen visualizer will happen. This is a parasite, standard interstellar vermin. They travel in swarms. Indigenous to Talon 4, a single parasite is harmless to larger life forms. However, they tend to travel in large groups, swarming over potential prey. Such swarms can be dangerous. So yeah, enemies can be scanned to get a little bio from them like this. And that's huge, that thing there. Let's see what this is. Oh no, that's a dead space pirate who had his spinal cord severed. I was trying to work out what this thing is. This is an incredibly large muscle structure around the jaw area. I guess there are different parts of this thing I can scan. That's kind of cool. Unknown. High levels of radiation detect. That's encouraging. There's a lot of stuff we can scan around here, and I'm probably not going to focus on most of it. It's gonna maybe jump every time, the damn parasites. This space pirate isn't dead yet. But its weak life signs are detected, and large bite marks can be seen in the exoskeletons. I think he got parasited. But yeah, you can while you can aim at stuff yourself, locking on is often very useful. It's just a way of kind of guiding your shots. Ah, use your charge beam to destroy the rubble. So if I were to hold the B trigger, and boom! That's one of the many tricks I can do. This whole first level is obviously a bit of a tutorial thing, so I will let it explain stuff as it goes along, rather than kind of showing you everything. There's a tiny hole down to our right there, so we can't fit through it. But if we press the C button, whee! We go into Samus's trademark morph ball. We can roll through it. And it's telling me to step into the hologram to download the map. This is indeed more scans! This is a map station. Walk into the map station to download a map of the area we're in. Yes, I will, as ever, be aiming to 100% this game. Therefore, I will be scanning everything, which isn't going to get at all repetitive, I hope. Anyway, I've downloaded the map for this area, which means we can kind of view it like this, and it's a cool 3D map that's sometimes really disorientating to work out. But yeah, like, so orange chambers are chambers we've been in, and you can see the connections to each other kind of room from there. This is a really good example, this game, of how to transition a 2D game to a 3D game, because it basically handles exactly the same way as 2D Metroids did, except in 3D. Like, a lot of people, this lift, as with many lifts, to get it going, we have to scan something, and upon doing that, a hologram appears. Step into the hologram, and the lift activates. Or elevator, as this game says. Curse, it's American. But yeah, it's a good example of how to... Like, a lot of people hated the first-person perspective when it was first revealed, but kind of got used to it later on. Now we can see on the left of the screen is the warning-ometer, which, when something dangerous is happening nearby, increases. When it gets to the full, you will be taking damage. Anyway, we can roll through here in the morph ball mode, and pop out of here. Morph ball does have some weapons, but I'll get into those a bit later. Oh, that's kind of a cool-looking thing. What's that? Unknown, again. Low life signs detected. State of stasis hibernation. Man, that's not easy to say. It's teaching us how to strafe. Basically, we can move while holding Z. So this is kind of basically a space pirate frigate that seems to have escaped from, well, that depends on exactly where this falls in the kind of Metroid continuity, but I believe this is, oh, dear me. Right, teaching us how to fire missiles, which will deep her down, because, oh, there's a thing there. This is a new enemy! This is... Let me correct to logbook. This is an auto-defense turret, which basically it says to use missiles to break out a casing. That implies that you're going to have to somehow destroy the inner part once you've done that, but you don't. You just break the missiles and that's it. In terms of, I was about to say about Metroid continuity, but this scan here is not only being one we actually need, but also fills us in. Zeebs has fallen. All ground personnel are presumed dead, either killed by the hunter clad in metal, that's me, or in the subsequent destruction of the underground facilities. Our research frigates Orpheon, Syracuse, and Vol Paragon were in orbit at 0 hour and managed to retreat. Frigate Orpheon is now docked at Vortex Outpost. Orpheon's cargo appears to have a 100% survival rate. Metroids are healthy but on restricted feeding schedules due to uncertain supply status. We are ready to begin research on the Metroids and other promising life forms. Security status remains at code blue. No signs of pursuit from the hunter. Ha! So you thought. But something's clearly been going on here, though, because everything's dead and kind of fucked. And it's unusual for a space pirate vessel to be emitting a distress signal, I imagine, which is how we found it, from that little kind of unidentified distress signal thing. But most Metroid games seem to start like that. Reminds me of the beginning of Star Fox Adventures, of you just need something like a distress signal to start the plot of a game off, but other than that, it's never really mentioned again. I've missed out on a couple of scans here. There are two types of scans, by the way. There are scans you can pretty much get anytime, and scans that you can't get anytime. So like ones like this, the small energy replenishes 10 units of energy, can be got pretty much anywhere in the game. It's not time sensitive, but ones like the Parasite, for example, that we scanned, is time sensitive. I'll point out whenever they are with a little thing on screen, probably. Yeah, our energy is in the top there. We've got 99 units of it. And that's more than enough for now, especially since the small energy's kind of healed 10. Now, oh, bollocks! Yeah, missiles, definitely easiest way of taking out those perimeter defense turrets. Anyway, access to Deck Gamma approved. Oh, this is a cool lift, this one is. Because it doesn't just go straight down, it goes at a crazy angle. There's some creepy music in this place as well. Yeah, have a listen to that. Oh, now we come across this. This is one of, oh, the more parasites down here. Oh, that's a live space pirates. Charge beam is quite effective, and you can do a little trick I'm doing where you kind of charge the charge beam just a tiny little bit, and it kind of fires off. That's already, that counts as a charge beam, you don't have to charge it all the way. Also, look! Hey, the charge, basically, if like a pickup, like a health pickup or something like that spawns somewhere where you can't get it, you can use the charge beam to bring it in. Now here's what annoys me about this game. One of few things. Door lock enabled. Please insert metallic sphere to open the door. This little thing here. Why would you design a door lock that's only opened by a metallic sphere? That's just too coincidental. It's one of the things that does slightly bug me with the Metroid series as a whole. A lot of the worlds you come on are surprisingly designed for hunters in certain types of armor. There's 2 perimeter defense turrets here, so I'm going to take them both out quickly. And then when we come through to the left here, there's some other stuff we can get. Oh, it's telling me now that thing about the charge beam. This is something different. Oh. Research. This is a save station. Step into these stations to save your game and fully recharge your energy. I will do just that. This is the thing that bugs a lot of people about these kind of games. I don't mind it so much, but it is they are heavily reliant on a save point system. You can only save when you are at a save point. But it's really not that bad. Like, the map tells you where save points are with a big X once you've already found them, so it's not like it's particularly challenging. Anyway, another metallic sphere door lock. Plot-wise, they're just gonna get me. Yeah, in terms of me and Metroid games, I'm a big fan of the kind of Prime trilogy, but haven't played many of the other ones, so I only know what plot I picked up from wikis and stuff like that. Anyway, oh, don't close on me! Oh, you shit! Is that a clip? Oh, I was too busy talking. Right, come on, let's try that again. Man, slow-ass door. Because this is an important room up ahead. Actually, this is the reactor core, so there we go, it finally released me. Let's head in. That looks awfully like that big dead thing we found in the main place. Indeed, if we scan it, it takes a bit longer to scan because it's a boss. This is, well, it's a creature. This is the Parasite Queen. Parasite female, genetically enhanced by unknown means. A weak spot has been detected in this creature's mouth. Use your auto-targeting to acquire this new target. Scans indicate the presence of a potent mutagen, origins unknown. Creature exhibits the ability to fire weapons-grade blasts of energy from its mouth, a trait not present in the standard Parasite genome. It appears the pirates have begun the bioengineering program with considerable results. Oh, that's good. In terms of fighting it, yeah, like you can Z-target onto it, and there's, yeah, these shields that kind of move around it, and you basically just need to make sure you're level with the gap in the shields, but as you can see, the shields occasionally change. And while they're mixing like this, you can get a few kind of cheap shots in, but oh, what, there, that's the weapons-grade blast they were talking about. Charge beam is your friend here, though, because I'm letting off little charge beam things. You also might recognize this, both this boss and this level. Those of you who played Super Smash Bros. Brawl, this is the level Frigate Orpheon. From that. Oh, we get a little achievement thing, because this is the trilogy version which does that, which is mildly cool, I suppose.
Evacuate immediately.
And now begins that Nintendo classic of escape from the place after beating the boss. You have a lot of time to do this. There you go, you have 7 minutes on the bottom of the clock. So really, we kind of should be fine. I will also, if anyone's wondering, as I go along, I will point out the various differences between this trilogy version and the original GameCube version. I do own all the kind of GameCube versions of the whole Metroid Prime trilogy, but the main reason... a little tricky thing we can do here. If we scan this, turns off that turret around the corner, which avoids me a little fight. Yeah, oh, wow, that thing's back alive! Oh, it's dead. Well, that was mildly cool. But yes, the main reason I'm doing it on this version is because, firstly, I like the motion controls. That may prove to be a very kind of, what's the word, controversial statement, but I don't care what people say. I think this is one of very few games that does motion controls genuinely really well, to the point where they're better than the original control scheme. Going into the ventilation shafts, the classic. And then also, the other thing is that, if you haven't scanned Parasites, these are one of your last few chances to do it. Also, if you didn't scan the Parasite Queen, it goes without saying, all bosses are one-time only scans, so do make sure you grab them all as you go along. They don't actually do any damage to your Parasites, they're just a bit unpleasant on the old face. Now, is this the bit with the squeezy? Oh, this isn't the bit with the squeezy thing. You'll know what I mean in a bit. But yeah, the other thing is these ones are widescreen and progressive scan. So it looks nicer from a kind of, for your point of view, there's not weird, ugly lines across it and it's not squeezed, or I don't have to do like a little visualizer to fill the space, because it's widescreen, which is quite cool. Well, you can see it kind of extends off the edges of the heads-up display on this. You can kind of see where the screen was on the original one. Oh, that's an explosion. I think this is where this... Where's it? Where do I go? Oh, it's there. Yes, I thought I was going in the right direction. I think we're now coming to. Well, we are coming to one of the things that really pisses me off about the game. The thing about like the metallic spheres and stuff like that is a bit daft, but you can kind of overlook it. But what the game does here, and very shortly, is one of the most annoying things in the game, and it's just basically just bad game design. It's one of, if not my only serious issue with this game. Because otherwise, I love this game. It's a great game. And actually, I think it's basically, it's regularly considered one of the highest rated games of all time. Like, top 10 best games ever by kind of aggregated reviews and stuff like that. And I can agree with that. But it just has one serious flaw. It's not a flaw that lets it down. It's just irritating. I think this is yep, that's the squeezy thing. So basically, we need to go back to, you can see from the map, there's a map in the top right, by the way, if you haven't noticed. From there, we need to kind of go all the way in here, but we need to sneak in just before that thing crushes the shit out of you. But yes, generally, when they came out, they were very kind of well received. And they still look good now, I think. They definitely play well, and they still look quite good. Though, oh, interesting stuff. For those who are not aware, long-standing Metroid antagonist Ridley. Also, I'm using Z to use my grapple beam on those particular points. But yes, what was I going to say? I have no idea what I was going to say. Oh yeah, this game, I think, while it still doesn't look amazing like today, it still looks quite good, I think. Here we go. This is the thing that really annoys me. You'll see what I mean shortly. Everything that it said malfunction there to has now stopped working. That includes our shoulder pads, the various suit, somehow stop working and are taken away from you. And that's why I count this as kind of bad game design, because essentially you have this tutorial level telling you how to do all these various things, and then it tells you how to use all these various power-ups, and then it just takes almost all of them away from you, like missiles, charge beam, morph ball, and I think that's just terrible game design. But anyway, we've successfully made it outside.